Hi everyone, Emily here from Emily Reads. Just wanted to do a very quick continuation of my November haul. I hauled it way too many books this month. Partly because the book sales at the library were really good. I did my book of the month. I supported a book sale at an organization that helps literacy and teaching adults how to read here in the community. And then I also did an unhaul and got some store credit at a used bookstore. So I did a book haul at the beginning of the month. I have more books that I picked up. So it was slightly insane. I do need to slow down the book purchasing. One, because I'm running out of room at my apartment. Two, holidays are coming up, so need to save that money for the holidays and hoping that I'll get some books off my wish list. And three, I have some specific books I need to pick up for reading for a book challenge um, next year. So I for sure want to pick up the second book in the Legendborn duology. I need to keep picking up some Robin Hobb books in the Realm of the Elderlings series. So I kind of need to slow down the book purchasing so I can purchase those books. Oh, and I need to pick up Elantris and Warbreaker so I can, because I'm hoping to finish the Mistborn trilogy and then I need to read those two books. At any rate, so I still have a pretty good stack of books to show you what I purchased this month. And sorry for the lighting, trying to figure out how to light. It is 4:30, sun's beginning to set here in central Illinois. So I had that lamp on, but the glare was crazy off of my picture there. So at any rate, here we go. So the first book I purchased, I had a coupon for Barnes & Nobles. I got The Crooked Kingdom. I still have not read Six of Crows. I do plan on reading it next year. I don't think I'll get around to reading this next year, but I want to have it on hand for when it's time. I'm not going to say too much about this book, one, because I don't want to read the back and do a spoiler alert, but two, I feel like this has been around long enough, so I don't feel like I really need to say too much about it. Then the next set of books I got at my local library. The first book is The Immortal Crown by Richelle Mead. This is another Age of X novel. I'm not going to really say too much about it simply because it's like a second or third book in the series, and so I don't want to do a spoiler alert. Then I purchased Stormfront, which is the first book in the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. So I'm excited because it's set in Chicago and I'm from the Chicagoland area. I'm looking forward to like a short read. It's compared to like my 800-page I Have the World to read that I'm reading right now. 300 pages is short. And it just seems like a fun, lighter fantasy book. The next two books I picked up Rebel Angels by Libba Bray and The Sweet Far Thing by Libba Bray. And these are book 2 and book 3. And I found A Great and Terrible Beauty at the library last month. And these are books that I read in high school or college. I don't remember when they were published. This came out in 2007. So actually I read this after college, but I really enjoyed it. And so I just wanted to pick them up again. And then I went and I donated some things at a thrift store and I decided to head in and check it out. And I found The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valenti. I have heard her name thrown around, and it just looked super cute. September's a girl who longs for adventure, is what the back says. When she's invited to Fairyland by a green wind and a leopard, well, of course she accepts. Mightn't you? But Fairyland is in turmoil, and it will take One 12-year-old girl, a book-loving dragon, and a strange and almost human boy named Saturday to vanquish an evil Marquess and restore order. Not since Oz has there been a land or a cast of characters so rich and entrancing. It just looked cute, and I figured after I read it, I could pass this along to my classroom library. And then I found, and I said I was not going to try to purchase second books in series if I didn't have the first book, but I made an exception because I found at the thrift store a Robin Hobb book, Forest Mage. This is book 2 in her Soldier Sun trilogy. I don't know anything about this trilogy. I know nothing about the series. I did not read the book flap because, again, I didn't want to spoil myself for events that happened in the first book. But it was Robin Hobb, and so she is an automatic buy for me, and it's hardback, and it looks in pretty good condition, and it was like maybe $2. So, and then the next 2 books I got with store credit. I sold back some books, and then I had some money, and I spent a total of $1.56 for these next 2 books. So the first book was on clearance, and that is Leviathan by Scott Westerfeld, and this has been on my to be read list for years. Oh, there's a little note in here. Go figure that. Oh, it's someone who drew like a little owl reading a book. Or maybe it's a little person, I don't know. But it's someone reading a book. And that was their bookmark. How fun is that? But at any rate, this book has been on my TBR for years. And I just have not gotten around to reading it. So here I have it now. And then I purchased Our Violet Ends. So this is the sequel to Chloe Gong's, I hate stickers. This is a sequel to Chloe Gong's duology, and it's basically a modern retelling. I'm taking off the other sticker, sorry. This is a modern retelling of Romeo and Juliet, and it's set in China, Shanghai. And there's also some weird monster in town where people basically like rip their throat out and like bloody gruesome deaths, and it's some kind of weird sea monster. So they're trying to also battle that. So this is the second half of the Romeo and Juliet tale. I will be honest and say, like, I hate Romeo and Juliet. Like, I cheer when Romeo and Juliet die at the end of the play. Like, I think they're stupid. I think it's annoying. They are not in love. They are just hormonal teenagers. And I hate the fact that I was an English education major. I hate the fact that like we have to teach that play to high schoolers because it's stupid. And it irritates me that teenagers are like, oh, but like, especially the girls are like, oh, but they're in heaven now. They're in love and now they're in heaven. And I have to remind them, okay, but they're Italian and they're Catholic and they committed suicide. If they're Catholic at this time, they believe that now they're in hell. So I hate teaching it because teenagers think that it's romantic and wonderful, and teenagers are so impressionable, and I hate the fact that we're teaching that and then they think that this is okay. So I'm for teaching Shakespeare for teenagers, but not that play. Like, and not Julius Caesar. Like, I love Macbeth. I love Hamlet. I love Taming of the Shrew. Something that they can, are a good comedy, but not Romeo and Juliet. But my rant is over. So I hate Romeo and Juliet, but I really enjoyed these books. And so that's why I picked that up. So that is my November haul. I will not be hauling any more books. I'm hoping we'll see what Book of the Month puts out next month. I may or may not purchase from them. I might skip my box because I just have so many books. But to be coming shortly, towards the end of December will be my year-long, here's my year-long goal of what I plan on reading. I've plotted out, I have a challenge that I want to complete, and I've plotted out the 60 books that I want to read for that challenge. Please let me know what you're reading and what you have hauled in your comments below. And please let me know what kind of future content you would like to see. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your weekend. Goodbye.